Siyakhuleka, siyakhuleka, siyakhuleka Mkabayi KaJama. Siyakhuleka Mkabayi KaJama. Iwe Mkabayi KaJama. Iwe
All right, greetings. Go ahead, Shabaka.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shabaka'S Blacc Experienced Enhanced. Okay, the air date of this episode is June 16th, 2026. Tonight's episode, ladies and gentlemen, some of you might not agree with it, which is fine, okay, but we're trying to reach out to everybody. We're speaking about Queen Mkabayi that you just saw in the opening of this podcast. Queen Mkabayi was also referred to as the Kingmaker. Okay, she was the daughter of King Jama. She was.
Thank you for chopping in. FBA is life. We got a new viewer named FBA is life. Salute. We're FBA
Okay.
too. But Shabaka,
Okay.
he's still a Pan-Africanist, if you will. So he wanted to cover what's happening in Azania. So this is his segment of the program. So I'm gonna let him do what he do. Go ahead, Shabaka.
Yes, sir. Okay, now the thing is that Queen Mkabayi, okay, was the sister of King Zenzazakona. Okay, Zenzazakona was inherited the throne from their father, King Jama. The custom is that Zenzazakona's wife was to be chosen by Mkabayi, his wife. Okay, and of course we do know about
Michael. Greetings, Michael.
Hi Jesse, hi Shabaka. How you guys
greetings.
doing?
Okay, we're doing all right, man. And thank you for joining us, man. This is a very, very unique episode that we're doing as tonight. Okay, we're talking about Queen Mkabayi of the Zulu Empire. She had a lot of juice, okay, in the empire. Okay, it's because under tradition is that she was select the wife of her brother, Prince Zenzazakona, before he became king after the death of King Jama.
Yeah,
okay.
We've never been to Africa either, brother. I feel what you're saying, but like I said, this is Shabaka's show. Shabaka gonna do what he gonna do. You might want to tap back in for Front Line Blacc news.
Yeah, brother, you might want to do that because me and Jesse, we got an understanding right here. This is why he's the co-executive producer. So tap in back for Frontline Blacc News, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm quite sure what you're making that statement that this segment of this will not interest you. And I'm not going to be arguing with nobody. I'm not going to be kicking nobody out of the studio. Going back to tradition is the first step forward. Okay, so check us on Frontline Blacc News. You're more than welcome to be there. Okay, as I was saying. Okay, Jesse has some clips that he have uploaded of Queen Mkabayi. She was the kingmaker, as I had stated. Okay, she also gave the order for Shaka's assassination, just to show you the juice that she had. Okay, why was Shaka assassinated? Because he allowed himself to be bullshitted by these damn British and Dutch. Okay, Queen Nandi, Shaka's mother, had told Shaka in his reign, do not be so open with these whites. Guard yourself, okay? But of course, with the European, which is his nature, lies, deceit, bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And Shaka had jeopardized the security of the state. Okay, Brother Che, please play another video you have of Queen Mkabayi's story. Let our audience get familiar with it. And those of you who are over in Azania, if you guys are up and if you hear us, please tap in and just request a link and we'll send it to you.
So this first one, wait a minute. So the first one is it looks like a cartoon. It's like a cartoon about it. It's a cartoon about
right.
Queen Mkabayi and
yeah. Okay. Just you was in the middle of saying, okay.
History loves a good king. It's filled with stories of emperors and chiefs who built nations with their ambition and might. Their names echo for centuries. But what about the kingmakers? The figures in the shadows who possess the intellect and the will to shape the destiny of empires. In the story of the mighty Zulu Kingdom,
it is 105
the greatest
degrees out
kingmaker
here
of
in
all
Las Vegas,
was a woman.
Nevada today.
A
There we go.
princess born under a bad omen, she rose to become the most powerful
Yeah,
political mind in the
91
land,
degrees in Florida.
defying every
It's
rule in her
90,
patriarchal
95
world.
today in Denver.
Her name was
Oh,
Mkabayi KaJama. She was the ultimate political player, a princess who almost single-handedly saved her family's royal line and put her nephew on the throne, forging an empire through sheer force of will. That nephew was Shaka Zulu.
Hey, Sister
But the
Val.
same brilliant mind that helped build Shaka into a legend is also accused of orchestrating his shocking assassination. So how does a creator become a destroyer? This is the story of Mkabayi, the woman who made a king, and may have been forced to unmake him. Our story begins in the mid-18th century, in the green, rolling hills of southern Africa that would one day become the heart of an empire. At the time, the Zulu were a small clan, just one of many navigating a complex world of rival chiefdoms. It was a world run by men, where a woman's role was set in stone, and power was not for them to hold. It's here, around 1750, that a birth sent a shockwave of fear through the Zulu royal court. The wife of the chief, Jama Kandaba, had delivered twin girls. According to Zulu custom, twins were a terrifying omen, a curse believed to bring disaster and the anger of the ancestors down on everyone. The law was brutal and absolute. To prevent this, one of the twins had to be killed. But in a stunning act of compassion, King Jama refused. He spared both Mkabayi and her twin sister, Mamame. That decision, a simple act of a father's love, changed everything. It saved the life of a girl who would grow up with a political mind so sharp, she would completely reshape their world. From day one, Mkabayi's life was defined by the cloud of her birth. She and her sister were treated with suspicion, a living reminder of a broken taboo. When their mother, the queen, died without ever having a son, many saw it as proof the curse was real. The twins, especially Mkabayi, who was always the stronger and more defiant one, became easy scapegoats for any misfortune. She grew up under this weight of disapproval, but it didn't break her. It forged her. Feeling like she owed a debt to the father who saved her, Mkabayi dedicated her entire life to one thing: the survival of the Zulu royal line. As her father grew old, the Zulu faced a crisis. He still had no son, no heir. Their dynasty was on the brink of collapse. It was then that a teenage Mkabayi made her first bold political move. In an act totally unheard of for a princess, she decided to solve the problem herself. Without her father's knowledge, she went looking for a new wife for him, a woman named Matania Sibaya. Mkabayi arranged the entire courtship and marriage on her own. Her gamble worked. Matania gave King Jama the son and heir he desperately needed. To honor his daughter's incredible foresight, Jama named the boy Senzangakona, which means "we have done accordingly," a direct tribute to Mkabayi. With that one move, Mkabayi had saved her father's legacy, and for a while, even won over the people, who now saw her as a protector of their future. She had tasted power, and it turned out she was better at this game than anyone. This was just the beginning. In 1781, King Jama died. His heir, Senzangakona, was just a boy, too young to rule. The Zulu nation was vulnerable again. As the Council of Royal Men debated what to do, Mkabayi acted. She made a declaration that stunned everyone. She would rule as regent until her half-brother was old enough. A woman had never been regent. It was a direct challenge to the entire patriarchal system, but her personality was so formidable and her influence so great that the men, likely fearing her, agreed. Mkabayi's reign was anything but gentle. She ruled with an iron fist, showing a ruthlessness that solidified her control. She knew power wasn't given, it was taken and defended. Her main goal was protecting the throne for her young brother. When a rival named Sojiesa emerged as a threat, Mkabayi didn't hesitate. She sent her armies to crush him and his followers, a brutal message to anyone else who might challenge her brother's claim. Her rule was absolute. During this time, Mkabayi also secured another key source of her power. As an unmarried royal princess, she was given command of a military kraal, or homestead. Her unit was known as the Abakulusi, and under her, it became a disciplined and respected force. To hold on to this power and her independence, Mkabayi made a life-altering choice. She would never marry. She refused all suitors, knowing that a husband would mean giving up the unique authority she held. Her devotion wasn't to a husband or family, but to the Zulu state itself. She saw her ambition as the kingdom's ambition. In a sign of deep respect, praise poems would sometimes honor her with masculine titles, acknowledging that her power seemed to transcend gender. When Senzangakona came of age in 1787, Mkabayi stepped down, handing power to the brother whose throne she had fiercely guarded. But stepping down didn't mean disappearing. She simply shifted into the role of chief advisor, the power behind the throne. Her brother's reign was defined by her watchful presence, always guarding the kingdom's interests. It was during this time that another key person entered our story, a woman named Nandi. Senzangakona had a relationship with Nandi that resulted in a premarital pregnancy, a major scandal. The child was originally named Skidi, but the world would come to know him as Shaka. Because he was seen as illegitimate, Shaka and his mother Nandi were ridiculed and eventually cast out, forced into exile. While later dramas loved to paint Mkabayi as Nandi's rival, the reality is likely far more complex. It's possible Mkabayi saw something in this outcast nephew that no one else did. While others saw the shame of his birth, she may have seen a spark of greatness, a boy with the ferocity of a lion. From a distance, she may have watched this boy, this weapon, waiting for the right moment to be forged. Senzangakona's reign was fairly unremarkable. When he died in 1816, the question of who was next threw the Zulu kingdom into chaos once again. The official heir was his son Sigujana. By all tradition, the throne was his. But Mkabayi, the unsentimental kingmaker, saw weakness. She believed Sigujana didn't have the backbone needed to lead the Zulu to the great destiny she imagined for them. Her eyes turned instead to her exiled nephew, Shaka. For years, Shaka had been living with the powerful Mthethwa clan under their chief, Dingiswayo. He hadn't just survived there, he had thrived. He'd become a brilliant and innovative military commander, famous for his genius and his ferocity. Mkabayi had kept an eye on his rise. She saw in him what she was looking for: the ambition, the military mind, and the ruthlessness needed to unite the clans into a true kingdom. So, Mkabayi made her second great king-making move. She decided to ignore tradition and back the illegitimate son over the rightful heir. She sent word to Shaka, encouraging him to make a play for the throne, and began gathering political support for him back home. When news that the fearsome warrior Shaka was coming, backed by Mkabayi, reached Sigujana, the would-be king's reign was over before it began. Sigujana was quickly killed, and the path was cleared. Shaka Senzangakona returned not as an outcast, but as the undisputed king of the Zulu, and he owed his crown to the political maneuvering of his aunt. With Shaka on the throne, the Zulu kingdom exploded onto the scene, and Mkabayi was his most trusted advisor. She was the political anchor to his military storm. While Shaka was on the battlefield creating an empire with his revolutionary tactics, Mkabayi was at home, managing the state. She remained the head of her own powerful Abakulusai military homestead, which was vital to Shaka's campaigns. She effectively acted as his chief political strategist, controlling access to the king and shaping his decisions. Her influence was so well known that a common saying reportedly arose, "Buzani Kumkabayi," which means, "Go and consult Mkabayi." It was an admission that her word was often the final one. Together, they were unstoppable. Shaka, the military genius, expanded the borders. Mkabayi, the political mastermind, consolidated his power and kept the rapidly growing empire from collapsing in on itself. For years, this partnership worked in perfect, brutal harmony, and the Zulu grew from a small clan into the most dominant power in southern Africa. But absolute power can be a dangerous thing. The balance that defined their relationship began to crack, and it all started with the death of Shaka's mother, Nandi, in 1827. Shaka had always worshipped his mother. She was his rock during the hard years of exile, and his rise to power was his gift to her. Her death sent him into a spiral of grief that quickly became a terrifying madness. His rule turned tyrannical. He declared a national mourning period of unimaginable cruelty. He ordered that no crops be planted for a year. Milk, the staple of the Zulu diet, was forbidden. He decreed that any woman who got pregnant would be executed, along with her husband. He had cows killed so that their calves would know how it felt to lose a mother. Some accounts claim he had over 7,000 people executed at Nandi's funeral, simply for not looking sad enough. From her place at the center of the kingdom, Mkabayi watched in horror. The man she had put on the throne, the weapon she had forged, was now destroying his own people. These weren't the actions of a strong leader. They were the paranoid delusions of a despot who threatened to tear the Zulu nation apart. The kingdom she had spent her life building was now facing its greatest threat, not from an outside enemy, but from its own king. Mkabayi was, above all, a pragmatist. Her loyalty was never just to a person, not even to Shaka. It was to the Zulu kingdom. She had built Shaka up to serve the nation. Now he was a threat to its very existence. For Mkabayi, the choice, however agonizing, was becoming clear. To save the kingdom, she might have to destroy the king she had created. The story of Mkabayi and Shaka is a powerful reminder of how complex and ruthless the pursuit of power can be. If you're finding this dive into the intricate history of the Zulu kingdom fascinating, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
The Front Line Blacc News.
Your support helps us to bring more of these incredible and often overlooked stories from African history to light. Now let's return to the conspiracy brewing in the heart of the Zulu Empire. Deciding to move against Shaka must have been the most difficult calculation of Mkabayi's life. This wasn't like removing a rival or a weak heir. This was her nephew, the man she had guided and helped make into a legend. She was the architect of his power.
That part.
And now she was contemplating its total demolition. It was a betrayal of blood. But in her mind, it may have been the only way to stop the state from collapsing under Shaka's tyranny. History has long debated Mkabayi's exact role in what happened next. The plot to kill the king was led by Shaka's own half-brothers, Dingane and Malangana, who had every reason to fear their increasingly violent king. But a move this big needed legitimacy. It needed the blessing of someone untouchable, someone revered. And many historians believe Mkabayi provided just that. Her quiet approval would have given their plot the weight of a grim necessity, rather than just a greedy power grab. The conspirators waited. In September of 1828, Shaka sent most of the Zulu army on a campaign far to the north. This left the royal kraal, Kwadukuza, exposed and lightly guarded. It was the opening they needed. The details are lost to oral history, but the core of the event is brutally clear. Sigujana and Mhlangana, likely with an inside man, approached the king. He was reportedly sitting on a rock near his cattle kraal when they attacked. They stabbed him with their assegais, the short spears that Shaka himself had made the iconic weapon of his army. In a moment of dark irony, the master of the assegai was killed by his own creation. Shaka's reign, born in violence, ended in a swift, bloody betrayal at home. His body was dumped into an empty grain pit, a humble end for a man who had commanded an empire. In the chaos that followed, Mkabayi's steady hand seems to have been at work. She moved quickly to manage the succession. Her chosen successor was Dingane, who she likely thought would be a more stable ruler. But there was the problem of his co-conspirator and brother, Mhlangana, who now also had a claim to the throne. To Mkabayi, a shared throne was a weak throne. It's believed that to consolidate Dingane's power, Mkabayi gave her blessing to one final cold-blooded act. Shortly after Shaka's death, Mhlangana was also assassinated, leaving Dingane to rule alone. The kingmaker had done her work. She had torn down one king and built another, all in the name of preserving the kingdom. Mkabayi continued to be a key advisor during Dingane's reign, just as she had for Senzangakona and Shaka. She never married, guarding her independence and her command of the Abakulusi homestead. For a time it seemed her terrible gamble had worked. The kingdom was stable, and she was still at the center of power. But the world was changing. European settlers, the Voortrekkers, were arriving, and the political landscape was shifting under her feet. Dingane's reign was marked by disastrous wars with these new arrivals, which fatally weakened his rule. He was eventually challenged by another half-brother, Mpande. In 1840, Dingane was overthrown by Mpande's forces, who had allied with the Boers. With Mpande on the throne, a king she hadn't chosen and who didn't owe her his power, Mkabayi's long run as the...
Shabaka, would you like to tell the viewers who the Boers are?
The Boers are those white people, the same ones who deceive Shaka getting ivory, of getting the land, of getting resources. Queen Andy told her son, do not trust these damn whites. Prior to Shaka's assassination, Farewell, who went from England, had told Shaka that we will see your need. Huh?
Are you on the headset or the Bluetooth? Because it's starting.
What happened? I'm on the headset.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
The video's almost, this is basically done. Yeah, it is embarrassing.
Okay. What? Okay, but hold on. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. No, I ain't on African Bluetooth. No,
okay. They say FBA is life check, and I'm getting ready to hit you with a ranch, man. You talk.
Hold on, Shabaka. Let me set him straight, because he's a new viewer. I don't necessarily want to lose him.
Okay.
He is FBA, and
RLE
is FBA, Shabaka, and he didn't know that we cover other topics besides, or other groups besides FBA. So he's new here to Shabaka Experience Enhanced. He might have heard about Front Line Blacc News, which is a FBA B1 platform. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced is just a straight B platform. Anybody black, anybody considered black, anybody under an umbrella of black, we cover from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. So
until 10 minutes ago. And then
on what we do here.
It's all good, FBA.
But just to clarify, we are both FBA. Our lineage is tied to the Southern United States. And we are Black first. We are basically Black nationalists, militants, to put it mildly, revolutionaries. So if you're on that type of time, then you're at the right place. Because our ultimate goal is liberation and freedom for our people. And the only way that can be done is if we replace this global system of racism and white supremacy with a system of justice, which guarantees that nobody's mistreated and those that need the most constructive help get it. What? Oh, you did? Okay.
Thank you, Brother Che. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Brother Che. Appreciate that. Okay. So now with Mkabayi being the kingmaker, as you saw right here. Okay. Now, Zenzazakona and Nandi had Shaka out of wedlock. Okay. But however, with Shaka being the firstborn of the king, okay, puts him in an heir to the throne. So Zenzazakona had casted Shaka out, also had ridiculed his mother. So when Shaka learned his military skills under the mighty Dingus Wild, who he had saved, who was injured after a battle fight, when Shaka was exiled from the Zulu Empire before he went through the rites of passage, okay, Dingus Wild said, hey, man, you're welcome to kick it here. So then Shaka had asked Dingus Wild, I want to be commander of your forces. Dingus Wild gave it to him. You see, Dingus Wild was assassinated himself. Okay. So Shaka took
FBA's wife said I expired.
Yeah. Just say
Nandi had a baby mama interview.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Val, that right there, she had that baby's mama energy, and plus that Nandi was very beautiful. So if I was Zenzazakona, man, you know. However, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay. So therefore, Nandi told Shaka when Farewell and Flynn, H.W. Flynn came there, Nandi told her son, do not trust these people because their mission was to go there to get the land by any means necessary, lies, deceit, you know what I mean? Just like what Lerone Bennett was saying, man, you see what I mean? So I understand, respect FBA, I see your reasoning, but I'm a diasporic African. Now, the reason why I have this passion,
so let me clarify.
Go ahead.
Your ideology is Pan-African. Your lineage.
Right. But we had a nexus point on that. Okay. Now, true enough, you know, I'm a descendant of the slaves of the United States of America. This is why I appreciated X and what have you, dropping the name of the raping, slave trading pedophile. Period. Okay. Yeah. Now,
like the ones over here, the
Black exactly.
Here, they got deceived too. FBA's life. Everywhere these cockazoids go.
Right. Now you catching on, Brother Jay. Right. They full of lies, disease, filth. They did not believe in washing their nasty, funky, stinking asses.
Now, don't get twisted though. Africa and Azania is not exempt from criticism and rebuke and critique for allowing themselves to have their heads bumped by this European.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You're right. It's because, you know, when let me see, when Farewell got the order from King George, okay, I believe it was the 4th, okay, that he got a letter from Cape Town, okay. They never went off across the Vakensberg's mountains. They never went off into the interior of the land, okay. But when they did, the British commander down there at the Cape wrote King George, who said, who sent down Farewell. You see what I'm saying? Because they wanted to infiltrate Shaka because they know that Shaka wasn't no joke. The way it was explained to me from those from Azania is that Shaka worshipped lightning and thunder. This is what the term Zulu means: lightning and thunder. You see, Black family, they say they don't want you having this knowledge. You say they want us buck dancing guys about you bow. Fuck that.
Shabaka, is
We
that
don't
why
do that here, Shabaka?
Is that why Muhammad Ali
Is that
the
why what
greatest rapped oh shit, how did it go? He rapped I'm so bad I threw lightning in jail.
Yeah, and wait a minute, yeah. Ali said he's so bad is that he is handcuffed lightning and threw thunder in jail. You say, who knows? That might have been some of the spirit in the greatest. You see what I'm saying? Because Ali was a bad man. You see,
I got bad news, Shabaka. They put that damn mirror up. The one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
They put that shit up.
What mirror was that?
The one that has him by the slave name against Sonny Carson.
You mean Liston?
Liston, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can say is tell those individuals, go watch that fight that he had with Ernie Terrell, and that should get their minds right, because he damn sure got Terrell's mind right. You see, one thing you have to understand, Black family, is that they don't want us having our ancestral knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Because Africa is the cradle of civilization. And what's that there, brother? Go ahead.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with you, but that's based off the Out of Africa theory, which says that all humanity originated in Africa. Keep in mind, it's a theory. People are starting to read that theory.
Right.
There's
because
another theory called the Bohemian theory, which means that people were placed on all 7 continents by the creator, extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call it, the source.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. So keep that in mind when you say, you know, Africa is the cradle of humanization, because you might get some people that will argue with you about that. Some, not all, but there'll be some that might argue with you and say, no, we're actually older here in America than we are in Africa.
Okay, but here's what I know. Oh, okay. If we were so much of Americans,
Shabaka, I'm just letting you know the viewpoint some people might come from in the chat.
Okay.
Who's watching?
Okay. All righty. Okay. Recognized, acknowledged. Okay. All right. Mac 285. How you be? Okay. But also too,
staying dry and above water level. I heard it's flooding down there. Y'all might have a tropical storm forming right now as we speak.
Wow. Okay. All righty. And where's old Miss Bianca at? What her feisty self?
I'm already to Google chat her, but
okay. All righty. Okay.
Phone was completely dead. So
okay. I can understand that. But anyway, people.
I just sent her the link though, Shabaka.
Okay. But anyway, though, people, the point is that we are looking at the power that the Black woman has. Okay. Like they say, even here in the U.S., the family is never the same when grandma is gone. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so we're emphasizing the power of the Black woman. You see what I'm saying? No Nabiscos are allowed here on Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhances, because I'm tired of arguing with them. Yeah, but Frontline
feats of rain. So do your best to stay above ground.
Oh, absolutely. And then keep in mind that the way it was explained to me that the word Zulu means lightning and thunder. Okay, so there you go on that. Now, Mkabayi, okay, when she ordered his assassination, okay, it was for the good of the state. Now, you got to keep in mind that Shaka's main generals, Mkabayi and Kamkaposi, okay, they told Shaka, okay, with Mkaposi told Shaka, hey, man, if the whites give you wings, man, it is because they want to make you their victim. Shaka says...
They might mention this, Shabaka, because there's still
what?
like 6 minutes left of this clip.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's go on and finish with the clip. Okay, gone on mute.
Ultimate power broker was finally over. The new regime...
They look mighty native. I just want to point that out. Like this one right here, he looks very native, like Aboriginal American native. So I don't know if this is AI generated or what, but the Zulu look kind of I don't want to say non-African because there's no one specific monolith for African, but they look kind of Aboriginal, like American. Aboriginal.
Right. And you're saying that this is not how they look back then. So
Yeah.
it could be AI generated.
Saw her not as a respected elder, but as a symbol of a bloody and conspiratorial past. For her widely suspected role in Shaka's assassination, an act many now condemned, she was banished from the very kingdom she had spent her life building. Mkabayi, the princess born an outcast, the regent who ruled like a man, the kingmaker who created and destroyed a legend, died in lonely exile around 1843. She was in her early 90s. She had outlived all the kings she put on the throne, only to be cast out by the last one. It was a quiet end for a woman whose life had been anything but. The legacy of Mkabayi KaJama is as complex and debated as her life. To this day, she is seen as both a hero and a villain. To some, she was a ruthless manipulator who used assassination as a political tool. They point to the string of bodies left in her wake as proof of a cold, calculating ambition. To others, she's a feminist icon, a trailblazing leader who smashed the patriarchy of her time. She ruled as regent, commanded soldiers, and held more political power than any man, all while refusing to marry and give up her independence. In this light, she is a symbol of female strength and political genius. But perhaps the truth is somewhere in the middle. Mkabayi was, above all, a Zulu patriot. Her actions, however brutal, seem to have been guided by one principle: the preservation of the Zulu dynasty.
Exactly.
She built up Shaka because he was the only one who could forge a great nation, and she may have sanctioned his death when his tyranny threatened to destroy it. Her loyalty wasn't to people, but to the crown and the future of her nation. She was a kingmaker in the truest sense, presiding over the reigns of 4 kings and playing a decisive role in the fate of each. Her story is a stark testament to the complexities of power, loyalty, and betrayal. It is the story of a woman who, from the moment she defied death at her own birth, refused to be anything less than the architect of her nation's destiny. Mkabayi KaJama may have died in exile, but her legacy is carved into the foundation of the Zulu kingdom. The woman who built an empire, and then, to save it, let its greatest hero burn. What do you think of Mkabayi's legacy? Was she a patriot or a traitor? A feminist hero or a ruthless tyrant? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And
what do y'all think, chat?
Yeah, and follow the like page of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. Okay, now we're going over to the chat. And I knew this here was going to be, let's say, controversial. But what it is, though, is this is why we created the hashtag resurrection of the mental dead. Okay. And then, okay, Mac 285, look at all that beauty and we lost it. Why? Because they believed Nabisco coming down there with his funky, stinking, nasty ass who didn't believe in bathing. And Nandi told her son, the queen mother of the Zulu Empire, do not trust these motherfuckers. You see? So what had happened is
he wants to be like Shaka and be hardhead and be a damn
yeah, exactly. So what had happened is when F.W. Farewell, Shaka's prime minister, Mkabayi, who went and met with the British at the Cape, the British said, we looked at this here as an act of war, and so we getting them up out of here. So therefore, Mkabayi,
he did population control on his own people. They said that he wouldn't even let them have kids. He said he'd kill them if they had a baby or a twin.
Okay, but what it is, though, is that he had wanted the nation to feel the grief that he felt of the death of the Queen Mother, which was Nandi. Now, what had happened is that the white man had came up there and told Shaka a bunch of bullshit that we all of this, is that we all of that, and Shaka told the white man will well, you said you're Christ, you know what I'm saying, was resurrected. Well, she's the queen of queens, resurrect her. The white man tells her, Shaka, your mother's dead, ain't nothing I could do it. That's what pissed him off. He finally realized that he has got his head bumped. You see what I'm saying? And his mama told him, don't do it like that. You see?
So he lost his mom?
Yeah, Nandi. This did something to him. He was deeply hurt.
The nation had to suffer as a result.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? Now, FBA's life says sound like a selfish African to me. Tell me, what them goddamn Nabiscos do for you, man, except hang you from trees and strip you of your culture and cut your balls off? What did the Nabisco do for you? That's what I'm talking about.
They selfish too.
Sitting up here loving these motherfuckers, man, and they up there dedicated to our destruction. Look at Carmelo Anthony.
They selfish too, Shabaka. He didn't get that way. He had that interaction with him. If I'm understanding,
right. That's my brother Che, because that's my point. See, and this is why Mkabayi ordered his assassination, because he jeopardized the security of the state, just like when they captured his great nephew Setzwild after the Zulu Wars. What did Queen Victoria? What did he tell?
We're all still alive, but it doesn't negate the fact that's what they did to us, and they continue to do to us.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And then what did Queen Victoria? What did he say to Setzwild? Her words were exactly.
Victoria.
Yeah, Queen Victoria. Yeah. It's Victoria's Secret. Yeah. Now, she says to Setzwild, the reason why we
felony charges. Oh shit, they got him there. He going to prison for a long time.
Yeah. But you're changing the subject, and we will do a show on that there. FBA is for life. Please do not deviate from our subject. I'm well aware that it was going on with Mr. Mayweather. I'm out here in Las Vegas.
He started kicking Trump and all that, so he brought it on himself. Let's see if Israel bails
out. Yeah. And so then, as you know, Stinky Bird, the Boer, he's not no African. He's a Boer. They came up there with that Dutch word apartheid, meaning apart, because they didn't want us having the wealth of the
Who did the paperwork? Because the Africans, they didn't write nothing down, not like that. The European was documented.
The European was documented. Is because, you see, this is what they would call, as Miriam Makeba says, we pass down our traditions orally. You see what I'm saying? So when the white man comes there, he's going to say, you didn't exist until we got their proof. Now you exist. Now, FBI, why are you so angry? I just typed in the chat. Hey, man, just shake the spot, man. Shake this, because you're trying to contradict me, cat. This is my goddamn show. I don't do that there to people while I'm on a show. You ain't contradicting me. All right, now.
Ignore the
point.
Just continue on what you're doing, because you're gonna get distracted, and then you're not gonna get to the crux of the show.
Okay.
So
exactly.
just ignore him. We got Sister Akshita in the building.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Sister Akshita, thank you.
Let me drop
chiming in.
Let's get some feminine divine energy in here.
Yeah, right. And that's why I called Sister Akshita, because she is the matriarch. You see what I'm saying? Which is divine feminine energy.
I'm gonna drop the link for you, Akshita.
Yeah. And so then now these brain dead motherfucking Eurocentric minded Negroes, I'm through with you. I can't do it no more. I'm too old. I tried for the last 10 years. I'm not going to ever tell a grown man how to think. Okay. I'm not ever going to never going to disrespect a grown man, but a grown man ain't going to disrespect me either, because that's the thing about being men's folk. You say now.
I think we need a new term for it. I think it's American centric.
It's what now?
American centered.
American centered. Okay. Yeah. American centered. Sure, you're right. Okay. All right. Now, true enough, we built this damn country. Okay. And we are old. Okay. When we get on Front Line Blacc News, we'll talk about that. Okay. Yeah. Now, but the thing is, though, as going back to tradition is the first step forward. And keep in mind, these white people don't never want us going back, to our African traditions. I'm not talking about the sellouts, because them sellout drunken ass motherfuckers that sold us out for trinkets. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? They need some Mkabayi on their asses. You see what I mean?
They really do.
Yeah, they really do. Okay. Now, but the thing is, though, black people, we are a very, very unique group of people in our own right. You see, why do you think these Nabiscos want to, fuck our women, and then these Becky telling the brother what he had to do it, or she's gonna cry like immaterial cases? You see, language get the point across.
What are you talking about? Because there's 54 nations, there's 54 countries. It's like when you talk about the Americas, it's like 20 different countries.
Oh yeah, North America, South America. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, so actually this is actually very wise.
We haven't heard from Michael either.
Man, here we go.
Why you
here we go, man, with some shit.
Yeah, okay. Your headset together, your Bluetooth together, Shabaka. Let's hear from Michael. Let's hear what Michael's thoughts is on it. Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Jesse.
Hey, Michael, what are your thoughts on what we just watched?
My thoughts are, very interesting, very informative. Like, this is a version we never seen before. And you're right that how AI painted the Africans as Native Americans, because I've never seen something like that before. And I know Africans don't dress like Native Americans do. And I think the white people as a whole, right, regardless if they're from Europe, America, I think they're doing this because they know they're losing control of the narrative. So they gotta, use AI as an economic gain.
Yeah. Okay.
And also my message to them, I know it's kind of like unrelated, but my message to like FBAs, if you see
based on colonism.
Yeah, if you see the Beckies, Karens, those who are in wheelchair, which I just saw now for Scott, please do not allow them to push your buttons or fight for them. Let the Beckies and Karens fight for their own issues when it comes to healthcare, because if the Beckies and Karens do truly care about FBAs, they wouldn't be so crazy and desperate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. FBA is life. You're welcome to come up here as well.
Yeah.
instead of just typing in the chat. Sister,
Yeah.
are you able to join us?
Okay, this is a mic check. How do I sound now? Because I switched to the Bluetooth.
You sound much better, Shabaka.
Okay, all righty. Okay. All right, okay. So once again, man, you know, here they come with they fucking with this. Okay. All right. Now the thing is, people, okay, when
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Happy ass life.
Yeah, okay. When it comes to our culture and what have you, just like Hollywood with those damn jigaboo movies and all that old type of shit. You see what I'm saying? Just like the South African broadcasting company that did the movie of Shaka Zulu. Okay. Quite naturally, of course, you know, they want to show that they're all the way right. And then to find out, you know, that the people who starred in the movie didn't get paid. You see? You know, now here they want me to install some damn updates on here, man. Shit. So anyway,
I have a whole queue of videos lined up. It's all about her.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go through the videos. Okay, going on mute. Okay.
Hey, Shabaka, quick question. Oh, Jesse, you're there.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
still
sir.
here waiting on this video.
No,
Yes,
go
Shabaka.
ahead. I'm here.
Okay, quick question.
History remembers Shaka Zulu as one of the greatest military leaders Africa.
Okay, ask your question, Michael.
Okay, yeah, Shabaka, what do you think it would take for the Boers to move back to the Netherlands if you had to be the Prime Minister of South Africa?
Man, I wish the hell they would go back to the Netherlands. You know, fuck the Boers, okay? Because they came down there with lies and deceit, okay? But just like we had said, you know, with that alcohol and all that, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Shabaka,
they're not, yeah.
What would you do if you were in that position?
What
Like if you're the Prime Minister of South Africa and you had to return it back
if I was in South Africa and I was in Shaka's position, whose position would I be in?
If you were the
Prime Minister, if you're Prime Minister of South Africa, because you realize, you know that South Africa has a rich history. You know, people were the original creators, inventors, innovators before the Boers took over.
Right.
Like, how would you like ship all the Boers back to the Netherlands? Would you use like military force to do that? And say, hey, Boers, you gotta go.
Okay, to use the words of Malcolm X, I would use by any means necessary.
Right.
So like,
say, because they don't show.
Like with one example,
Val, you see, now Val is saying it right.
Like
Val is saying is right. Boys think they own South Africa. They make her sick. Right on, Val.
Would you restrict them from owning property and land?
I would, Brother Che, if I was in a position to get those boys out of South Africa, I would say send them motherfuckers back up there to the Netherlands. Send them in the middle of the Atlantic. Send them in the Indian Ocean. But you're going to get the fuck up out of here by any means necessary.
You would stop them from buying land and property.
All that, Brother Che, all that. And seize all the revenue out their banks.
Right.
Yeah. Those are things that the Caucasoid cares about: bloodshed and money.
Yep.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because he has no soul. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Oh yeah, we did lose.
Yeah. Okay, say that for Front Line Blacc News. I'm well aware of the plane too, and I want to talk about that as well. Okay. Now the Boers think they own South Africa. They make me sick, as well as they should, Val. As well as they should. And just like the fuck they think they own us all around the world. You know, look what they did to our women up there on the auction block. Look what they did to black men down there in the South because some damn Becky wanted to get laid by a brother. Oh, well, now we got to go cut off his reproductive organs.
That was population control, Shabaka.
Oh yeah, but it was also envy. You know what I'm saying? To quote Dr. Francis Quest Wilson, hey, you got all these white cheerleaders want to see these brothers kick this brown ball through these white goalposts. You got these people who go see these white men with these little sticks trying to sink this little ball into Mother Earth. Connect the dots.
Let Shabaka complain. Let him complain.
Mm-hmm.
It's his show.
Yeah.
I'm just the co-executive producer. I just run the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, right? Yeah. And Shabaka. Okay. And once you send all the boys back to the Netherlands, how much do you think the Netherlands need to pay the South Africans in cash payment reparations plus restitution?
Their whole goddamn national reserve, every fucking dollar and piece of gold that they got.
Right.
Put them motherfuckers in a cardboard box.
Well, that's where they were before they came there.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Then they need to go back to there. You see what I'm saying? Or better yet, rack them all up, man, and throw them off in the Sahara Desert and let the sun deal with them.
Let him. Shabaka want a Bible on his show. That's his prerogative. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm just
FBA is like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get out. Bop him upside the head with the wrench. He's running his goddamn mouth. Talking about he's sorry. Nigga, you ain't sorry. You know what the fuck you doing. Shit, I hate to talk to people like that. I hate to talk to people like that. I wanted to have intellectual conversation here of a serious situation. Because guess what, Black family? They getting ready to come after us too. Why do you think they putting all these damn viruses over there on the continent? Population control. They don't want to see strong Black men and women like this running their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
Check this out. FBA is like, you don't have this freedom of speech on this platform, sir. So to keep the peace, man, leave. Unless you dropping some money on this motherfucker, then you can come up here and say what you want. Make $1,000 donation, man. You can come up here and say what the fuck you want.
Oh yeah, let me talk
that to people. No, I don't do that to people.
Hey Shabaka, how do you respond to him when he said to you, "Oh, you don't appreciate America"? What's your response to that?
I don't appreciate America, man. I don't appreciate the way I've been treated in this motherfucker. I don't appreciate the way I've been stopped by the police illegally. I don't appreciate the way LAPD putting guns up to my motherfucking head talking about we made a mistake. I don't appreciate how you got these goddamn police killings here. So what's up with that? FBA is life. Go to Los Angeles, man. Yeah, they'll show your black ass what you are. And I hate to see, and I hate to talk like that. See, this here just fucked up all my fucking energy right here. This fucked up my positive drive. But yeah, as soon as they pay reparations, FBA, that is a debt that is owed, and we'll talk about that on Front Line Blacc News. Jay is very good on that.
Yeah, they can cut the damn check.
Like a goddamn dumpster. Yeah, they after us, Val. Yeah, they after us. This is why they got this troll motherfucker in here. You see? Mm-hmm. See, you messed up all my fucking positive energy. I don't mind having a civil conversation with this brother, but he's coming up here with bullshit. But he's a troll. Okay, moving right along. Okay, so therefore, Black family, this is where we have to save ourselves. We're all we got. You see what I'm saying? And what have you. And then on top of that, this is why the Europeans have always tried to kill the link of the Pan-African
I beg the difference.
No. But hold on, no. Yeah, but see, but that's just it though, Jay. Go ahead.
If it was that easy, Shabaka, we wouldn't have people like Ron Karenga. If it was that easy,
exactly.
They really wanted to see Pan-Africanism or stop Pan-Africanism.
Right.
They wouldn't have put people in like Ron Karenga. Ron Karenga is the one that ushered that Pan-Africanism into the school curriculum.
Yes, sir.
Before that, we were not. We were not. Some of us were on that, but most of us were not on that. So the shift came between Garvey and Malcolm X time, because even Malcolm X Pan-Africanist, but he understood that we were also Aboriginals on this land. And he said, y'all don't want to be called that. Y'all rather be called Black, Negro, and colored. So that's what I'm going to refer to you as.
Okay, all right. Okay, so therefore, Brother Chaser, what I'm going to have to do, you just forced me, man, to read the autobiography a third time. Okay, all righty. You just forced me to read the autobiography a third time, and I do have it. Okay, now, I don't like arguing with people, particularly our people. Okay,
argue, but it's with certain people. You like to argue with Nabiscos. You don't like to argue with other people, but you like to argue with Nabiscos. So you do like to argue. The thing is, brother is coming from a FBA mind state and ideology. So he don't see nothing besides the United States.
Okay, all righty. I can respect that.
Myself, I've studied world history.
Right.
I know world history, so I didn't just limit myself to the United States. I learned the history of Africa. I learned the history of Asia. I learned the history of Europe. And I learned the history of the Americas. So I just limit myself. I was open to hear, the
different perspectives,
places. Yeah.
I always
wanted to travel. I always wanted to go to Africa. Like when I was 5 years old, I wanted to go to Kenya. I said, hey, I'm going to go see the pyramids. I want to go see the pyramids.
Right.
And
I'm still trying to get Ashwa too, you guys.
Yeah. Still do it. We got FBA people here in the States, in my own hometown, in the city of Denver, that have gone over to examine.
Okay.
Right.
They've lived there for years, and then they realized that it was off cold as hell and came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Shabaka, I think
this is why we need more Mkabayis to keep motherfuckers on code.
Right.
And basically that's what she did. She kept these motherfuckers on code. You see what I'm saying?
Regulator. She was the enforcer of the code.
Right. That's what I'm saying, Brother Che. That's why when I came across the information on it, I says, no, we got to get this up here. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, and then when these Nabiscos come on my timeline, well, Shabaka, we're all the same. Bring your white ass out here in this 115 degree with me here today. Let's go sit by the Las Vegas sign. But guess what? You have to leave your sunscreen at home.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, Jesse, you should be a professor, and Shabaka, both of you guys should be professors because you guys have very unique perspectives.
Guess what will happen with me, Michael?
What happened? What happened?
I would be assassinated.
If you're a professor at a college,
everything. You say if you ran for political office, you'd be assassinated. This we that in our mind don't mean we shouldn't.
Oh, and you're right.
And
if I went by that narrative, I ran for political office because I knew the job was dangerous when I took it. This would be my fourth time running.
Yeah, and then keep in mind, me and Jesse has got into it, you know what I'm saying? But we respect each other as men, and if me and Jesse decide to tear this motherfucker down, that's on us because we built it. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta understand, we've been doing this for a decade plus. We're not new to this, we with. And I guess you could say I'm a Pan-African because I'm recovering from that.
Right.
That's why my name was Chain Krumah. I was given that name.
Throw that cut out there. Throw FBA life out the office, man. Hit them with the wrench.
Yeah. By the way, I think FBA.
No, don't pop the wrench on him, Shabaka. He just has a difference of opinion, Shabaka. It's not like he's like talking reckless.
Okay, he's on platform, man.
He's not.
We'll get with him on Front Line Blacc News.
Like he's not pulling a crew. He's not doing crew type activities. He's not threatening you. He's not trying to cause harm to you. He's just saying you might want to go over there and check it out before you you know, make
Yeah, because I've had relatives that went over there, and I've interacted with people from the continent here in this country. But yeah, maybe I should check it out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should.
A lot of Pan Africans, they'll talk that Pan African stuff, but they ain't never set foot in Africa.
Right.
Yeah. And then on top of it too, you got the sellouts over there that you have to deal with as well too. Yes,
yeah. Well, you got to deal with them everywhere. See, we're the only people that have a culture of checking coons and sellouts.
Yeah, you know, and what have you. You know what I'm saying? And FBA for life, I'm being honest too. All right. Now,
just having a different is, as long as it don't come to no fisticuffs and mugs and all that type of shit.
Yeah. Well, true that. Yeah, true that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And he says he's a black Republican. Okay, well, actually, man, you know, the Republican Party, black people followed the Republican Party all the way up to 1960 when they got their heads bumped by the Democrats.
Yep.
You know,
the radical Republicans, they brought in Reconstruction, and then my state becoming a state ended Reconstruction.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Centennial State, 1876. Yeah. Okay, but the thing is, though, people, is that getting back to Mkabayi, the kingmaker, we're looking at the juice that she had. You see what I'm saying? You know, and then on top of that, is that she commanded her respect. You know what I'm saying? That's for damn sure. She commanded her respect. You see what I mean? And then on top of that there too, and then I'm quite sure she felt remorse.
Same here. My father, my revolutionary father, he's a Pan-African. He's original Black Panther. He actually started the Black Panthers out here in Denver.
Yeah, the chapters. Yeah, because they had chapters all across the country. Okay, now that there was another thing. Glad you brought up the Black Panthers. You're going to see the correlation, the correlation between the United States, J. Edgar Hoover, and these damn boys. What did Hoover say with his gay ass? Just the mere organization of Negroes is a threat to the national security of the United States. Just the mere organization. You see what I'm saying? Just the mere organization. This brother here, I would like to reach him out with welcome, man, but he came in here, you know, offended me and disrespecting the platform. But when he get here, he's welcome to come up on Front Line Black News after we do it right here. You command that, Jesse. You know, then he can say what the fuck he want to say.
Right.
Say, but not on Shabaka'S Blacc Experience, he ain't. You see? Now.
We don't want to have another cruise situation, Shabaka.
No, we don't. We're not going to have another cruise situation. We're not. Okay? All right. And then on top of it as well, too. Now, another thing that Shaka did emphasize, gentlemen, you're going to love this one, of having his soldiers in shape. You see what I'm saying? He had them doing all that road work, weight training, you know what I'm saying? And he built one of the greatest war machines in the history of mankind. Man, you even got U.S. military experts that look at his tactics. Sir, I'm not your enemy either, brother. I'm not, okay?
I just have a different opinion, Shabaka. Just ignore him. He apologized.
Yeah, that's him.
Send us some grace. So take it easy. Stall him out, Debo. Jeez, Shabaka be ready to just.
We all saw what happened to Debo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all saw what happened to Debo. Yeah, you're right, Jesse. Okay, now Val here, he apologized, Shabaka. Let's extend some grace. Okay, Val, with you being a woman, sister, okay, and we're talking about the woman's power. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying about Mkabayi. Only a black woman could command that respect.
Right.
Just like Sheeta. You know what I'm saying? A black woman could command disrespect and have this grace. Why do you think here in America they always want to say the black woman was ugly? Hell no, she's the finest damn thing going. Look at all these Nabisco brothers going down at Fredericks of Hollywood, keeping them in business. Right. You see what I'm saying? Let's just get along like with bro. Oh man, now that's a good one. Yeah, you got me on that one, FBA's life. I was in Los Angeles, man, when they issued the punishment on Rodney King and when they had the party there. Okay, can we just all get along? Ping.
We just got done covering what a month and a half ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, Shabaka.
We was talking about Wilson Good bombing the Move House in Philadelphia. Yeah, we did talk about that because the police commissioner of the Philadelphia Police Department who ordered that under Wilson Good was Willie Williams, the one who they made the LAPD chief when they got rid of Daryl Gates. You know. So anyway, Black family, we come from a very, very great legacy. Okay, you know, Africa, the mathematics, the Medu-Neter, the Greeks come down here and change the name on that with their on clean, nasty, funky asses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Greeks came and stole shit from us. You know what I mean? But then this is why when I checked out the University of St. Corey, that's why I took the name St. Corey. You had to do 10 years, man, to get your master's degree. You had to do 15 years to get the equivalent of your PhD. You see what I'm saying? And then Africa is by the equator. And as an older brother told me, Brother Chet, when I was younger than you, the equator is a garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? It is a garden of Eden.
Anywhere along across the whole globe, anywhere along the equator, you'll find the darkest people.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And then these Nabiscos talking about we all the same. Why do you all shut us out and all that? Look at your history. You know what I'm saying? Look at your history. And you saw damn Vortrekkers did here, and you saw what the Dutch and the British did down there when they smashed Shaka's descendants, Set Wyatt, in the 1880s. You see? Set Wyatt went to Queen Victoria talking about, you know, I want my realm back. He told King Set Wyatt, well, we can't have an alliance with you because this Shaka will rise up again because he still lives in your spirit. Right. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Why do you think Muhammad Ali did what he did when he refused to go to the war in Vietnam? That was Shaka right there. Ain't no Viet Cong ever called me no nigga. Ain't no Viet Cong ever bombed my church and lynched my men folk.
His spirit still lives on. The spirit of
right
lives on. Just like the spirit of Nat Turner still lives on.
Kings, all that, Brother Che, all that. Yeah, all that lives on in us. See, this is why, man, they tried to break our spirit. They broke our backs. They broke our heads, man. They killed us, but they did not kill the spirit.
Right, that's what Bianca was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, and I wish Bianca would be up here so I could argue with her, you know, and we'll not argue with her, you know, showing her as a Black woman some respect too, because she has the spirit of Mkabayi.
Yes,
Sister Akshita has the spirit of Mkabayi.
Mm-hmm. Sister Val has the spirit of Mkabayi.
Right. See, this is the connection that I'm trying to make here, people. Going back to tradition is the first step forward, the concept of Sankofa. But all you motherfucking Nabiscos,
that's something and bring it to the present.
Yeah, exactly. But you Nabiscos who go there and call Azania yours, fry in the sun. Fry in the sun and fuck you.
Right.
You see, lies, deceit, filth. You know what I'm saying? You know? No, we are not the goddamn same. Do you know how fucking boring this thing called life would be if every motherfucker was out here the same?
Right.
That's like saying all the kiddies be like Amaru.
Yeah.
You know? Now, I know Amaru, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Sister Val. Yeah, I always love the Zulus too. It means lightning and thunder. And the information where I'm getting this from, because I used to work with a brother who was a Zulu, and he told me this. He taught me a few of the words. Amanzi, the what?
Lady Che's best friend is a Zulu.
Okay. The Asa guy, which is Shaka's stabbing spear. You see what I'm saying? Now, Val.
Lady Che definitely got the spirit of Mkabayi. She don't take no at all.
Yeah. You see, and then too, I will never set foot into New Orleans. I've been through Louisiana, Val. I heard too much of the ancestral crying and the pain.
I mean, I've been there.
I'm going through the state where my ancestors slaved in Alabama.
And I was a slave.
I heard that pain. Yeah, I've been to South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now Michael is here. Research, man. Zulus are very emphatic, and I understand why Philip Scott is comfortable. Empathetic, yes, sir. Okay, empathy. Okay, I understand why Philip Scott feels more comfortable with them when he does with people from West Africa. Okay. All right, exactly. Because like I said, I've worked with these brothers for about 5 or 6 months. I felt very comfortable working with them. You know what I'm saying? And then they would ask me questions about the slavery and how we were fucked off over here. You see what I'm saying? Then I remember I met this South African fox, and she asked me, "Are you from South Africa?" I says, "No, honey, I'm from South Central Los Angeles." She says, "Oh, really?" And she laughed. You know what I'm saying? Very nice look, And then on top of it, with the Kosa language that Miriam Makeba sings with the click songs. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, and then of course, as you know, that Miriam Makeba at one time was married to Hugh Master Taylor, the one who made the song in 1968 called "Grazing in the Grass." You know what I'm saying? And what happened? You see, so this is a very, very fascinating history that we come from, Black family. You see, this is why the Nabiscos don't want you having this knowledge. You see, they want us to do the imitation of life, which is really sad. And if you saw that movie, Imitation of Life, and didn't cry, you ain't human. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Oh, Shabaka, I just have another quick question. Another quick question I want to ask. Yeah. If you had to meet the reparations perspective, aka
she was the woman who,
and she's very passionate about American freedom. What would you say to her, to Angela Nirvana, aka the reparations perspective, who's so passionate about American freedom over Pan-Africanism?
Okay. Reparations, Michael, is a debt that is owed because we built the damn United States. That is a fact. Okay. All righty. Now, also too, Brother Che, the counterman Bianca. Okay, I'm looking for the sisters, man, that did the scuba diving in the Bahamas where they're finding the wreckage of the slave ships. Okay, so if you come across it before I do, let her know that I'm trying to reach out there to them as well. But what it is, though, man, when you look at these beautiful Black women, okay,
like screen, she looked like Mkabayi looked like
yes, Lord. Yeah, goddess, you know what I'm saying? And as Sister Akshita say, the power of the matriarch, you know what I mean? Why do you think these Nabisco women, including the Boers, go to Fredericks and Hollywood and go have augmented surgery and keeping all them plastic surgeons in business out there in Beverly Hills? And then the older they get, all that shit turns to shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing personal. I'm just stating.
My grandma, she had similar figure, but my mom always had more figure than my grandma. But my grandma used to tell my mom, there's people that pay to look like me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right down there in Hollywood. Yeah, right out there, Cedars-Sinai Hospital. What's the other place where that specializes in plastic surgery? Oh man, I forgot it. But they out there in Beverly Hills making a killing out there by UCLA. You know what I mean? Okay, so the thing is, man, is that where we come from, we need to quit hating ourselves, Black family. We really do. We need to, and this here goes for them on the continent too, Brother Che. This here goes for the continent on there too, because you heard me come down on them damn people who was calling me a cotter and all that old type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? So you right about that. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think it's hate. I think it's FBA's realizing we had our heads bumped.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only ones that were pushing Pan-Africanism. We were the only ones that seen other melanated peoples as Black.
Right. Okay. So what you talking about, brother, for all practical purposes is what they would call a culture clash.
Yeah. We didn't know.
Okay, just like that video. Yeah, just like that video we did, man, where that woman go up there. I'm just coming here to take. You know?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. And then the sister who came down on that cat, man, who was saying he was pretty much the take malversion, and the sister said, well, if you was to take your black ass down there to Birmingham, Alabama in 1963, yeah, that will remind you of what you was. You would be stretched out there talking about good trouble like John Lewis. I'm knocked upside the head, but that's good trouble.
Yeah, I mean, even Muhammad Ali said they treat them differently.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Hey Jesse.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, man.
Oh, I was going to ask both of you, Jesse and Shabaka. But sorry, hey Jesse, because we know that Philip Scott likes to travel to South Africa and some parts of the African continent. What advice would you give to Philip Scott?
Y'all definitely do come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, they do. Lord, yes. Mm-hmm. Short and well-rounded, 6'2", well-rounded and voluptuous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's they do, Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Bring back those cornrows. Please bring back those froze. Mm-hmm. You know, give them damn Koreans back them motherfucking weaves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really. You know, because you're the motherhood of humanity, Black woman. Yes, this is why we're paying tribute to Queen Mkabayi on this episode. And Nandi, oh my God, you know, I was since a corner, I would have got next to Nandi too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you see, because they did in the historical writings that I read, they did mention how beautiful Nandi was. You see what I'm saying? But since the corner, Shaka's daddy was reckless. Yeah, Mkabayi's brother was reckless. See, Mkabayi understood of having the security of the nation. And then when she ordered Shaka's assassination, it broke her heart. But she had to worry about the nation. Then in the 1870s, who comes? The Boers, the stinky birds, as in Musk. Okay, because Musk means you stink. Okay. Then what they do, they came with the weapons, just killed off the people. You're gonna subjugate the people in their own land. Now, I could see in the United States of America how they could subjugate us, but you know, because we're not in our house, okay? But over there, we're in our house. How are you gonna let somebody come in there and infiltrate you in your own house? It ain't gonna happen. But then again, this is they always called the Black man a boy to keep him mentally weak. You see what I'm saying? This is why the raping, slave trading pedophile will violate the Black woman, rather if it was his wife, his daughter, or God forbid, his own mother. You see what I'm saying? Just like how we did Brother Che with the breeding farms a while back. You see? You know, and then if anybody remembers Jimmy the Greek, and you could pull him up too, Michael. Jimmy the Greek was a sports analysis on CBS Sports, him and Jane Kennedy, and they used to deal with the football in the 70s, I think, Brother Che. So therefore, Jimmy the Greek made the statement, which he was right about, and they fired him for it, which I don't think he had. He says the reason why the Black athlete was so exceptional because during slavery, he was bred for strength. That is a fact, you see. So therefore, the genetics pass on down. So they went on and fired the Greek. You know, I don't think they should have fired the Greek. Yeah.
I just talked to Bianca. She's watching a movie with my niece, so she won't be able to join us.
Is it because of Shabaka'S Blacc experience enhanced why she can't join us?
No, she's watching a movie.
Oh, okay. All right. And
watching a movie with my niece, Kizzy.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, she's welcome to look at the playback, you know, and comment on and what have you. Okay, but the point is, though, black man and woman, okay, we are a great people, okay? Yes. Don't let these motherfuckers sit out there and tell you that we're all the same. No, we are not the same.
Right.
You see? And there's nothing wrong with that. What's that they call that? Diversity. Okay. Mm-hmm. But at the same token, black family, we got to look out for us because we is all we got.
Yeah. Right.
See? Yeah, we is all we got.
Didn't get the memo, Shabaka. Other people didn't get the memo. And we've been doing it for too long. That's why we said we can't do it no more. That's why there's so much hostility every time you bring up Africa, because we spent whole generations bigging up Africa, and Africa just basically told us to kiss their ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they neo-colonialized, you see?
Yeah.
And then that's why I was very, very hopeful of President Ibrahim Traore, but what does he do? He sit there and capitulates to Trump. Oh, Trump, I need your vaccines. Okay, man, don't you know, man, you got the damn Ebola virus going on over there, the Hunter virus over here. And guess what that shit is heading for, in my opinion, black family, after they raid Africa? Right to the hood near you. Exactly. Yep. Right into your hoods.
Yeah, by the way, Jesse,
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, by the way, Dr. Boyce Watkins, he was actually in Ghana not too long ago. Surprise.
Mm-hmm. No, he don't went back to being a Pan-Africanist.
Right. And it's interesting because it's interesting to how like Boyce Watkins is fighting both battles. One for African liberation, and the other is for reparations for American freedmen. Mm-hmm. If you had to
well, I met Boyce Watkins. Michael.
Oh, you have?
I don't know if I told you that.
Oh, okay.
I met him. I met Vicky Diller, and I met MeTX.
Okay, man. Did you get the contact numbers, Brother Che? Always the contact numbers. Get the direct contact number.
And even if I did, I don't even have the phone. No, I didn't get the contact number. I got some pictures though.
Okay, that's good. But when you make contacts with high profile people get the phone numbers, get the direct phone numbers. Now, Val Hawkins says, we come in all sizes, love black women.
Brother Kukizi got a direct line to her, so if I wanted to get a hold of her, I'd just hit up easy.
Oh, for Vicky Diller.
Oh, okay. Right? Yeah. Yeah, who was always banging a hammer on the desk. That shit used to kill me. Like she was.
We don't mess with Boyce no more. We don't mess with Boyce Watkins no more.
Well, I think he kind of like changed his ideology, right, from America to Africa.
And he done screwed over so many people. It's not even funny. So it's just like,
no, man, that's not good.
He done brought in so many agents and then agents of chaos and democratic shields and
wow, Boyce Watkins, because I thought he was like really
independent people. He done brought in the mix.
Yeah, and then Dr. Claude Anderson, he told us all this, Brother Che. What was that, in 2015, I think?
Well, yeah, he told us that these immigrants is not our friends, and they ain't not come here to build with us. They take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and the Democrats was going to allow it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then okay, now Michael here says Zulus are very empathetic. Okay, please. Having empathy, right?
Yeah, meaning like because they went through like apartheid, so Phil Scott feels like he can relate to them and they can relate to him.
Like we have a commonality.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like I said, And like I said, I work with some brothers from South Africa, man, and we would sit there and we talk.
Shout out
And
to
the
Uncle
first
Phil,
thing
he's
they
committed
asked
to
me,
his brand. His brand is the African Diaspora News Network, a
Yep.
news channel.
yeah,
He's been true to that for at least the past 10 years. Before that,
Yeah.
it was the Advise show.
Yeah, Advanced with Media,
Yeah.
Common Sense Pros. And do you remember Phil Scott interviewed the FBA brothers who just moved to the African continent? At that
Yeah.
time, I think it was in 2016. And I
Right.
noticed that Phil changed his emphasis from mandating brothers to move to the African continent to more like encouraging them to explore. So I know
Yeah.
Phil kind of like changed his approach over time, because before that, I think he was very stressed out. It was like, why aren't the brothers sisters like following his program, following his lead?
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you
Because,
see,
like I said, many of
Michael,
some of
Go
us
ahead,
went over
Shabaka.
there and found out, it wasn't this utopia that we was made to believe.
Right.
mhm. And I've had relatives that visit there. I've spoke with other people who visit there, and they did say expect a culture shock and abject poverty. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I said, yeah, I could relate to that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, though, I was in Oakland, California, Brother Che, over there in the Fruitvale district, and there's a sister who has African beads and what have you. So I saw these two Nabiscos pass by the place. She ain't no damn African. She's an American like me. And I said, white boy, why you want to disrespect the sister? And I called him white boy. Well, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I says, look, man, let me tell you something, man. This is the problem why you motherfuckers are hated all over the whole goddamn world, is because you bring this shit on yourself with your mighty whitey shit. I'm not saying all white people are evil. I'm not saying that, but I really wish there was less like that fool. You see what I'm saying? And just look at the Metcalf case. Metcalf's daddy talking all that shit right there, watermelon felon and all that. Now you see why your son got killed. Say,
Yeah.
because
Eric, because Eric Metcalf, started the fight first in the first place. Like, he put his hands on Anthony and Austin, yes.
Yeah, right. And keep in mind, people. I'm sorry, Michael. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Michael. You got the floor.
Okay,
man.
I was saying that you're right, Shabaka. We mentioned yesterday that usually, like, when Mzungu say that they're very polite, right, disciplined, it's interesting because most Mzungu fathers, teach their boys how to be aggressive and violent, and they never teach their boys how to use defense. You know what I mean?
It's called being humble.
Humble, right.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali said that in his autobiography, because he was on a show one time, and so this dude who was fascinated by meeting Ali, well, man, I want to know your fights between this guy, and this guy. You know what Ali said, man? He says, man, I don't talk about it when it's over. It's a brutal business. This man has got a family and people that love him, and I'm not going to sit up here and talk about that man once the fight is over. That's how they make their money. Ron Lyle told me that in Denver, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? He told me that. He said, man, it's a business, man. It's a brutal business, but he says, ask yourself this, man. Why do you think they shake hands after the fight or hug each other, man? Because this is the money. Now, I'm going to take me an ass whooping, man, for $3.5 million to change my life around. Hell yeah, you could knock me out in the first round. I still get paid for the full fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
hey,
then
Jackson.
they pay medical as well too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sure you know how to box, right?
Yes.
I'm sure you learned from Shabaka, who was your boxing coach, right?
I had a as a matter of fact, that told me if I didn't make it as a meteorologist, I would make a good boxer.
Yeah, and with me, man, I only fought when I was pressed against. You see what I'm saying? And then, like I told you, man,
it was one of my black FBA male teachers. She told me that when I was in the 4th grade, I had beat up a baby blood.
Yeah.
And it was like, because he was teasing me. He was teasing me about my lips.
Oh, man.
Big lips. And he got one more time to say that, and I'm going to fuck you up. And he said, I fucked him up, and then he sent his brother
Yeah,
up to the school
yeah,
to
that
try to.
sounds similar with the bully I had, Brother Paris. You know, and I got so pissed off, man. I said the next day I'm going to school, and I saw that motherfucker, man. Today you are getting your ass whipped, and that motherfucker tried to go home a different route. I caught him with his ass, and I put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
That's in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been asked in the classroom, and the teacher, who was a black male teacher, one of my few black male teachers, but one of my black male teachers, his name was Mr. Pullins.
Mr. Pullins.
Mm-hmm.
When my mom came up to the school, he told her, he said, if he don't make it as a scientist or meteorologist, he'll make a good boxer.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least you had a teacher. At least suggest your teacher was very supportive, man. When you box your class, man, I'm sure you gave him a good fight. You're like a freaking.
They tried to damn near suspend me behind that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a good student, and they could tell, you know, he was just fucking with me, and I just had enough.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Shaka had trained his warriors, you know, when they started at the age of 12, after the circumcision ceremonies, is to step into manhood. You see what I'm saying?
With the rites
and
of
yeah, there you go, the rites of passage. You see what I'm saying? But what it is, though, is that our young youth got so much energy and so much power, man. They just need guidance. You see what I'm saying?
They need something constructive to do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, man, we built the fucking pyramids, man. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck else we ain't the master builders? You know what I'm saying? Seriously. See, and then you got what they call, as you tell me, Brother Che, that I've been thinking on too, the same thing what Akshita told me. That's that ancestral memory when I went through the South. So for all you people who said Shabaka go to the South, I went through the South, I went through Atlanta, I went through Augusta, the home of James Brown. Yeah.
Rocket, do you want to
just
the show, or do you want me to play this clip?
Yeah, please play the clip. Yeah, I could talk anytime. Yeah, please play the clips, please. Yeah. Damn, boy, look at her. Shit.
Helped build the Zulu Empire, a princess who shattered tradition to forge a dynasty. But the same hands that would crown a king would also sign his death warrant. This is the story of Mkabayi KaJama, the ultimate political player who turned a kingdom into her personal chessboard. Her legacy is written in the blood of those she empowered and those she betrayed. So was she a hero, a villain, or something far more complicated?
There's a common theme.
I know that's a fine motherfucker right there. I know that.
These Nabiscos or AI keep saying the same thing. Was she a villain or was she a hero?
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't a villain because her concern was for the state.
Yeah.
You see? And that's why Shaka said he put his fate in her hands.
She was a true nationalist. She wanted to preserve. She didn't care by any means.
Pretty much. And and Shaka accepted his fate when he told that Nabisco, how do you trap a monkey?
Right.
Do you have something shiny for me now, Fabiana? You was never with me. And then just like in one clip of the movie that they didn't show in the United States, where Shaka's sitting there with Farewell and he says, what do you guys want? Is it going to be Zulu, 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 Zulu? Is it going to be English, Zulu, English, Zulu, or English, 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 and no Zulu?
Let me see if I can try to find that clip, Shabaka.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of British people who live in South Africa too.
Yeah, and then too, Michael, I came across a boy here in Las Vegas, right?
Right.
And I thought he was from Britain, you know what I'm saying? So I said, oh, you from Britain? He says, no, I'm from South Africa. And you should have seen the stare that I looked at him with cold eyes. He looked at me and he says, here's your change, sir. And I just stared at him. Just stared at him.
Yeah,
you know?
I heard. Yes, because I know the British people in South Africa, they're becoming more emboldened, like the Karens and Beckys, like 3.0.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay, now this part right here, that's a clip from the movie. I like this part right here. If you could show that from the beginning when he gets coronated, man, this is a powerful scene. Yeah, this is more powerful. And look at that pretty thing right there, his little girlfriend. There's his mama, Mandy. That's his little girlfriend. And that's Zinz's Akona. They didn't let put him away. And Bayete is saluting the king. And there's Mkabayi. Look at them lovely things right there. Man. And I'm going to go church with Karen. Bullshit. Now, another thing that they do, if I'm not mistaken,
Mkabayi looking at him.
huh?
Who was that looking at him?
That's the nation, man. He just became the king.
No, who was the sister that was looking at him? Was that Mkabayi?
No, that was Nandy, his mama.
Oh, that was Queen Nandy. Okay.
Queen Nanny.
Yeah. Now this is a very powerful scene right here.
Behold the everlasting spear from generation
And
to
this
generation.
is the motherfucker. This is straight bust. Yeah, right, motherfucker. Yeah, right. Check this out. Now here comes King. I wish Jesse coming in and take over the scene. Motherfuckers is bound down quick.
In the name of all that is sacred, leave this scroll now.
Does my presence frighten you, Elder? Or is it your guilt that prevents your allegiance?
Your regiments cannot win my allegiance, Shaka, son of Nandi. Senza kona KaJama Zulu, the true descendant of Zulu Gamalande, has dictated his choice. I will defend that decision with my life. I will not allow you to defile the divine rituals of my tribe. Now lift this claw.
Okay.
Now!
Escuchana. Kill this man. He has insulted the king.
Now, there will be darkness. I pray that the ancestors will preserve and protect our tribe and safeguard the past as it was.
It's on there.
Nothing will be as it was ever again. Now, kill him. Escucha, do you acknowledge me as your king?
Yes. Yes, Yahweh. You are my Lord, my Master.
Then you're a fool.
Shaka.
So what was he unalive for?
Because he wanted true air.
Who wishes to disapprove this decision? No one speaks. Waiting on.
Now's the time.
Now or forever.
Then, salute your king.
I'll catch you guys later. That's early in the morning. Thank you so much.
Michael.
All right, Shabaka. Good night.
All right, Michael. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, anytime.
All right.
And now, hail the Queen of Queens.
Queen Mother.
Nanny, right?
Yes. Now watch this. Nanny with her fine ass, man.
My son, through him
Besides this man, mother, is there anyone else here who has offended you?
She just gave Mkabayi a break.
No, no one.
That's Mkabayi right there, right?
Yeah, that's Mkabayi right there, his aunt. He made Mkabayi bow down.
them, woman. They must be asking themselves, what is Shaka? Where is he going? What does he want?
And what does he want?
Oh, the Zulan, woman. There'll be but one reality. War.
And when there are no wars,
I'll create them, woman.
My chronicle of Shaka's life and his rise to power was almost complete. But that extraordinary story was soon to be enhanced by events which were now to take over our lives.
Remember that. That's how it ended. Okay. All right, Shabaka.
Yeah, that's how that particular episode ended. Yeah, go ahead.
Just hang up because I got to get ready for Front Line Blacc News.
Okay, so then we want to go to the last scene where they killed Shaka.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, you can find it. Because this was a mini series, and I think it was in 9 parts.
Yeah, it was. This one?
It will be the last episode. Yeah, here you go. This right here. Yeah, that right there. But hopefully you would have the clip in there where he kicks out the white boy, man. Okay. Now, before this clip here is where he kicked out the white boy and told the white boy what he was. That's why he's walking out the tent when, or I should say out of his hut. Okay.
So I need to find the scene before.
The group of the huts was called the Crawl. Yeah, so the scene before that.
Okay. I don't know. Find the scene.
It should be the clip right before this one.
Yeah, these are just uploads. I'm gonna have to find the whole series.
Yeah. But okay, the death
you remember what
Emperor's
part was in the series?
Yes, sir. It was right before this scene here because he walks out the hut after he told the white boy that you tricked me. What do you got now? Something shiny. Okay, now hold it. Now this part right here. Whoa. Go up above that one right there. Okay, but that one right there, that's where he loses his mama. Now this is a very, very significant point right here.
March 1828.
Yeah, okay, that there's. Yeah, he was assassinated in 1828. This is before his assassination. And there's his little girlfriend right there.
There is nothing more I can do, Baba.
No.
The Endlovakazi is beyond my medicine.
No!
Yeah, there's his little girlfriend right there.
Can't be. No.
See, that's that bullshit that they put on it.
Yeah.
Where they dyed his hair. And that's the witch doctor that told him to beware. Now watch this, y'all. And he's gone.
Save her! Bring my mother back to life!
Oh, I cannot, Baba.
You Christ
Now listen to this bullshit.
He was the king of kings.
She is the queen of queens. The great female elephant. The mother of Shaka. Resurrect her!
I have told you, Baba, I cannot. The mother is dead. And there is nothing that anyone can do to change that.
Is that so the time?
Yeah, Baba. It is so.
The promises of my people are as vain as those of the swallows. There is no truth. There is no truth. There is no truth except the reality of your death, mother. But you will not die alone, mother. The promises of life, promises of youth. It shall die with you, mother. It shall die with you.
With the death of the great female elephant, it was deemed probable that the heavens and the earth would unite in bewailing her death, and thus the sacrifice for man would also be great. No cultivation would be allowed for the following year. No milk would be used, but as drawn from the cow, it should be all poured upon the earth. All women found with child during the year of wailing would, with their husbands, be put to death. All that was a promise of life and youth would be destroyed. The inhuman edict condemning the whole population to starvation and unnatural abstinence was, through abject fear, received with acclamation. And regiments of soldiers were dispersed throughout the empire to massacre all those who failed to obey.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's right. It's buffering on there.
Mama told him, his mama told him, mama told him. His mama told him, don't trust them motherfuckers.
Are they all impaled? Like they got them like
Yeah, he impaled. He them motherfuckers on them sticks is impaled, slow, torturous death.
Through the ass, right?
Yes, sir. And your weight is going to drive the pole through your body. It's a very, very agonizing death.
Yeah. Mm.
Her servants wanted to travel into the next realm with her for the Queen Mother. It's Mkabayi. With her fine ass. And that's his little girlfriend right there.
It's more than just a life, for it was spoken in the prophecy. My son will rule through me. Through him I'll rule this land. Nandi, my name is Nandi.
Okay, Shabaka. We're gonna have to end it on that one.
Okay, but I wanted to show the part of the assassination, which is the key part when Mkabayi gave the order.
The Zulu woman who defied king.
Okay, well, I'm pressed for time now, Shabaka. And I got to start typing up Front Line Blacc news because I didn't type it up before this. I just typed this up.
All right, and then I'll go on and conclude with that. Okay, the scene is the white boy Pharaoh came back. Okay, and Shaka was in his tent. Okay, or in his residency, and Shaka told the white man. He says, "Hey, man, how do you trap a monkey?" The white boy says, with something shiny or a piece of fruit. You put it in a gourd. Then the monkey sticks his hand in the gourd to get what he wants, the piece of fruit or something shiny, but he will not let go of it. And then he is trapped inside the gourd. Okay. So Shabaka says, well, my heart yearns for something shiny. What do you have for this monkey now? You know, he says, prove that you want no friend of mine, you know, and his mama told him, don't trust them motherfuckers. So then he sends the white boy on his way. Then Shaka walks out of his, of his residence, and he walks up there, to the throne where his aunt is. And then Mkabayi. We lost Michael?
Dynamite.
Oh, we lost Dynamite. Oh, okay. All right. So then what happens is Shaka goes up there and says to Mkabayi, she says, and he says to her, you always have been secured, you're interested in the security of the state, as we saw in the clips that they did. So Mkabayi, upon Nandy's Okay. And Mkabayi became the queen mother upon Nandy's passing is because she was still of royal blood. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so therefore he says, my fate is now in your hands, Mkabayi. You know, what now? Then that's when with her eyes, she gives the order to execute her own nephew because he committed treason against the state for listening to those damn Nabiscos. And his mama told him, do not trust these damn Nabiscos. And then they killed him. Then his little girlfriend, you know, goes up there and saw that he was dead, you know what I'm saying? And that was the last part of the movie as they show Bulawayo burning, which was the capital of the empire. And on that there, ladies and gentlemen, that there concludes Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced on Queen Nandy of the Zulu Empire. I hope that you loved it.
Mkabayi.
Yeah, Mkabayi. Yeah, where she gave the order, and she gave the final order to burn it down. They don't want nothing to remind them of Shaka, but however, Shaka was embedded not only into African history, but world history, because you got the damn U.S. military that still use some of his fucking tactics to this very day. The same damn thing with Crazy Horse's tactics that the U.S. military use here in the U.S. You see, not Crazy Horse, but the other one where I did the video at Che, Sitting Bull. Yeah, Sitting Bull who wiped out Custer. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And fuck Custer. You know what I'm saying? Because they came there to exterminate the people. You see what I'm saying? You know, they say that's what it is. You know, damn this Nabisco. I love sitting out here in Las Vegas watching this motherfucker frying his sun. And we're going to be at 115 degrees tomorrow. I think I might go out there and get me some sun and go to Las Vegas side, man, and sit there and watch the Nabiscos fry.
Okay.
I might do a feed from there.
Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, and I do not do live videos. I do a recorded video and upload it, you know, to protect myself at all times.
I'm trying to have it live within the next hour or so. I got to type the whole show up from scratch, so it's going to take me a minute.
Okay.
I'll see you over there.
Val. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed, you know, tonight's episode of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. And the air date of this episode, ladies and gentlemen, was June 16th, 2026. And after I'm dead, this will be off in the archives, you know.
Tupac Amaru's first birthday. He would have been 55 today.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is Tupac's birthday tomorrow. So we definitely got to recognize Tupac. He was
today.
Yeah.
Today.
Oh, it was Tupac's birthday?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, rest in power, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Happy heavenly birthday to you and Queen Asada.
Yeah.
And also to Tupac's mother. What was Tupac's mother's name?
Feenie.
Yeah, Afeni Shakur. Yeah. Okay. I stand corrected. Okay. So happy heavenly birthday. So I hope everybody enjoyed this production of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. And please join us for Front Line Blacc News, which I'm the co-host of. Okay, in about an hour. Okay. Okay, so it's 8:50 p.m. Let me go get my cigars and go sit at a lunch counter and beg for a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? And so I could be up there for Frontline Blacc News. And now, Brother Che, you know, you're the principal of Frontline Blacc News, man. So people try to insult me, man. Whack them upside the head with the wrench.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah, because this was very, very poignant of what we saw here, Black family. See, this is our history too, you see. But all you tethers over there on the continent, all you stinking drunken motherfuckers who sold us out for some goddamn alcohol and some damn trinkets, fuck you, but I respect Shaka Zulu.
Yeah. Even though he
and
took
yeah, you see, you see, and that's what I'm hoping Traore don't do, you see, because as you saw right there in there, when it came down to it, that white man proved to be the fucking liar that he is.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother is dead. I cannot resurrect her. Your mother is dead. Remember that. That's the key part about the movie right there. So then Farewell came back, the military dude, and Shaka told him to shake the spot. And that there was the scene before he walked out the tent to go to Mkabayi, and you saw what Mkabayi did. She gave the order.
She sure did.
See?
But all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Shout out to Sister Val for coming through. Shout out to Michael for coming through. Shout out to FBA's Life for coming through. Shout out to
Dynamite. He tried to come through.
Sister Akshita. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, and Sister, thanks Sister Akshita, and I appreciate Sister Akshita, because she came on short notice. You know what I'm saying?
Coming through.
Yeah, Mac 285. And then this here just goes to show, black man, that the next time you call a black woman a bitch, okay, just remember the power that the black woman has. Because the black woman is no bitch, okay? A bitch is a female dog, okay? The black woman is the motherhood of humanity. And I stand on that square.
That's the truth.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
We get no argument from you on that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And there's no argument with undisputed truth because only a fucking idiot would do it. And I try not to be an idiot, people, because I'm not the smartest motherfucker that there is. You know what I'm saying? But dagnabbit, I try my best now. I try my best, and if y'all got any complaints about me, send them to Jesse Paris. He will relay them to me. Okay, because I'm not going to disrespect Front Line Blacc news. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so appreciate everybody. And you said it in 2 hours, Brother Che?
No, in an hour or less.
Okay. All right. I count 8:53. Okay, so shoot me the link, man, and I'll click it on if this computer decides, to act right. And so far, I see Stinky Bird ain't fucked with us too much tonight. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All righty. So, as they say, saluting the queen and the king in the Zulu Empire. Bayete.
All right, we'll see y'all in an hour for Frontline Blacc News. Peace.
Yes, sir. Okay, and then, of course, I got to change the